Ooh, I don't know if I like that one. Does it? I feel like it's. I feel like that's really bright. Let me tone it down. I don't know. I feel like that is like. I don't know. I don't like. I feel like that was like super bright. I don't know which one. I'm gonna just leave it at this one. I feel like they're all bright. So this is what happens when you mess with your settings. It is what it is. So we're gonna be talking, Bay Squad. We are going live. Please come in, thumbs up this video. Thumbs it up now, don't thumbs it up later. We are talking, we're gonna be talking about the hard truths. We're gonna be talking about the MAGA puppets. We're definitely gonna be talking about JT is a flop. I'm gonna save JT for last. I'm gonna save Cardi B for last because I'd rather do the political stuff up front just to switch it up for the girl, because or do, I don't know. I just know that, we have a lot to talk about. So I don't really want to take up too much of y'all Sunday fun day because y'all know y'all could be at brunch, y'all could be at these football games. Are y'all at the football games? I don't know what y'all are doing. Hopefully y'all are not, supporting the man. No, look at me. Hopefully you are boycotting the machine. Because somebody, listen, I have been saying what I want. It feels so good. It feels so good. And I'm not going to lie, for the longest, I've had these thoughts about certain things, and here we are. Here we are. Y'all know how I give it up. I just can't contain myself. I have to say something because if I don't say it, who will? If I don't say it, who will? Okay. Child, it's given all the boys are down low. It's a lot of them that are gay. I just saw something with Blueface talking to a streamer, telling the streamer he needed to twerk. And I'm like, Blue, baby, you not in prison anymore. What was they over there doing to you? Were they tossing you around? This is why I told y'all I don't believe in gang culture, because gang culture is the gateway to the Rainbow Coalition. That's one of the many things. It doesn't matter what's going on. They do a lot of me tooing over there, and that's sad. And they love the youth. They prey on the youth. Y'all, it's disgusting. Y'all be out here acting like you can't understand. You not getting it. I believe Krishan when she said that she was definitely sober when he hit her, and she said he was mad because she saw him in there texting the man. But what do we know? Anyways, who's up in here? Hey y'all. So I'm trying to share my video. So please share this video out if y'all can. I'm trying to share it now. I did not know my internet was not connected. It just takes so long. This is why I pay for an additional internet service. Because it's getting so weird. It's getting so strange. Like, what? What is happening? It's always something with this internet. It's going to piss me off if I can't use the internet. I was about to say, like, I have two different internets. It's better that way. Listen, as a content creator, look, you got to do the work. You have to do the work. You really do. Okay, so let me share this out. My apologies, because we're going to get into some things. We got to talk about it. We're going to be talking about Chris Como out here telling the truth against MAGA. I love when those who benefit from the the powers that be get out here speaking truth to power. I love that. You see Stephen A. Smith is just baby. He's a Sambo for real. He's not even hiding it. He is literally aligning himself with the Republican Party. He is definitely MAGA. He's MAGA all the way. Y'all just haven't seen it yet. Cause y'all need them to come all the way out and profess that they're MAGA and Republicans for y'all to get in. Y'all be like, oh, he's a moderate, he's a child, he's MAGA. He's truly a Sambo, and a lot of these Sambos are out here trying to convince us they are a part of. Please, because I don't get paid. I get paid whether or not I like them, and so I don't like a lot of these celebrities. So it is what it is. I'm for the people. You know, we're for the Bay Squad because the Bays are out here affecting people in a light that causes harm to the community. That being said, hey Couture Bays, it's your girl Britt Brat going live with the Retalk and Bay Squad. We have to talk. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my favorite, the vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we? How we can like this video is by double tapping your screen. If you don't have the capability to double tap, hit those three dots right there. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe if you like the vibe. Share if you care. How you can engage with this video is by hitting those three dots right there. That's how you can hype this video up. That's also how you can send a monetary donation. And listen, the freest thing you could do is liking this video, sharing this video. So if you want to support but you don't have the funds, make sure you thumbs up, share, and engage. Also hype up this video. And let's see who's in here. Hey, Barry, what's going on? Hey, Pink Dot. Hey, Nicole J. Hey, Clutching My Pearls. Hey, the IE Network. Let's see who else is in here. Thank you so much, Charlie B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all the good people. What is going on, child? Y'all see the trolls is up in here. The trolls just can't leave. I never seen people just want to troll so bad. Like, y'all, again. Ah, oh my goodness. Listen, see whoever you are. I don't even know who you are, but I could tell you're probably one of those barbs. I've been spotting the barbs. Like, they have the same pattern. I really want... Can I tell y'all something? So y'all remember I did the videos on Nicki Minaj and whatnot, and I haven't been talking about what's been going on with her because to me, she has not been trending. That's me. I'm not a Barb channel. I'm not a stan. I don't even do, she hasn't released any music. She hasn't been doing anything that has been like, oh my God, let's talk about Nicki Minaj, except for when she's doing good, when she was helping Jamaica or she's out here crashing out on the internet. But you know what I noticed? When we run those IPs that go to certain addresses, and I've been telling y'all, I said these fake stands who can't stand me be here front and center. And I know who be sending them over here, and I'm just like, y'all have no life. Not y'all are obsessed. Not y'all are pressed. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Pop it out. You see? Baby, we see you. Unhinged behavior. And I told y'all, it usually is the white and the black gay men. The white and the black gay men never fails. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about some political stuff. We got to get that out the way because if we do not tell y'all what's going on in politics, then y'all will sit up here and believe everybody else. So that being said, hey, Erica Sanders, what's going on? I spoke with Queen Tulsa this weekend. We had a really good talk and it just felt so good. I'm so ready to be back in America. AT2 is doing a meet and greet in Vegas. I am ready for that. I'm definitely coming as a subscriber. Once he irons out the dates, we can put that out there to everybody. So that way, if you would like to come to Vegas, we would love to see you there. Hey, FT. Yes, baby. They are so obsessed and impressed They want me to mention them. I don't mention faceless trolls, the brokies, the busted, and the disgusted. Child, for what? They here to see me. I didn't go see them. Get into it. So we're going to be talking about hard truths. Hard truths are things people just do not want to believe. One of the things that was asked of me was, how come I go so hard when we speak about the politics and things of that nature? I go hard because I know what it's like for our voices to be suppressed. I know what it's like for them to, in real time, change what is happening so that way people can feel like they are crazy. You are not crazy. This is the time where everybody is going to have to fight back. And if you don't fight back, that's fine. That's wonderful. Good for you. But the rest of us, we're going to keep on trucking. And to those who feel like, well, they're not getting it, leave them by the wayside. I don't care if they're family. I told y'all, I'm not out here risking my life, my freedoms, my liberties for people who want to be stuck in some type of fake system that is not happening. They are actively every day showing us how they feel. It doesn't matter if they're House, Senate, congressional, representative, baby, y'all have to primary them out. And if you're not going to primary them out, then that means you're okay with what's going on. We should not be out here still fighting for things in 2025 that other countries have. As simple put, they want us in this country to birth babies, but you have a healthcare system that is actively working against minority women and putting them in compromised situations. And if you don't believe me, I want to share something with y'all, because a lot of y'all are just like, have your babies, have your babies. Y'all don't give a damn about people having their babies, because if you did, certain things that have transpired, you would be against. Let me see where it's at. Let me see where it's at. Is it going to play it? It's loading. It's loading. Did I share it, or did it already go off? Ah, I thought I saved it. So it was of the woman down in Mesquite, Texas, who was having her baby, and then the nurse, the triage nurse who was there, just ignored her. Well, the baby pooped inside and was birthed with his eyes open. The woman had already, she was supposed to be scheduled to be induced because she busted her window. You know, I think women, they say, I don't know why they say 9 months, because technically it's 10 months, but I guess she went over her time, and so they had her schedule, but she started to go into active labor, right? As she was going into active labor, all of a sudden, the nurse is ignoring her. The nurse is acting like she can't be bothered. She's just like, how many kids? And I'm like, you can clearly tell she was in active labor. So the mom was recording. So literally, after the video goes off, the woman births the baby 12 minutes later. So in the midst of all that time, the mother was you could just tell that her blood pressure was going up because she was in excruciating pain. You could tell she was in excruciating pain by how she was reacting. The baby clearly was in distress, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, she just sitting there like whoop-de-doo, and I'm like, what is happening? So, and they went to ER first, and ER said, no, you got to go around. So it's like Dallas Regional Medical Hospital or something like that. But it's in Mesquite, Texas. The woman has been fired, but I feel like her license should be stripped, because she should be helping anybody. And this is the second incident she's had. She has. And she's not just doing this to Black people. She's doing it to white people too. These are the type of nurses who should not be in the hospital. They always talking about how there's a shortage of nurses, but at the end of the day, you have these burnt out nurses who don't want to do the job. They're only there for, I don't know why they're there. I honestly don't know why they're there. You literally take an oath, the Hippocratic oath, to help people, and she was not helping. She was actually causing more harm than good. And thank goodness the mother came out alive, because y'all know in America, it's given third world country when it's time for women to birth babies. When it's time for women to birth babies, we are not number one. We're not top of the top. We are like number four for having prenatal deaths and labor mortalities. Those are the hard truths. Those are the hard truths. So when people be out here talking about they pro-life, no, they're not, because they rather the children starve so you can sell your kids. I'm going to keep telling y'all that until you listen. Some of you are not listening because you're a predator. And that's all I can think about it. If you're not concerned about the children, then in my mind, you are a predator. That's kind of like, dang, Bree, that's so tough. But if you're not advocating for the youth, for people after you to be successful, to thrive, so they can eat, because I will never understand why so many people are concerned with children getting free lunch and free breakfast. Weird, strange. I don't know. But put a one in the chat if y'all seen it. And if you agree, put a two in the chat if you disagree. Put a one in the chat if y'all seen it. And if you agree, put a two in the chat if you disagree. Because the things I've seen lately, it's a Wadusi. It's given Hunger Games. and some of you will be participating. Oh, I see a one. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna have to get oh, and I want to be very clear. So I'm getting rid of all of my mods. It's not nothing personal. I just feel like I am doing a better job at modding my chat. And this is not I'd rather the people come and enjoy the commentary than to feel like they have to work. I need mods who are gonna be on it. So all of the mods are losing their wrenches. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is. And do not ask me to be a mod. No. No, absolutely not. So let's get into some things. Let's get into these sympathizers, shall we? So we seen literally in a matter of 24 hours, we have the MAGAs out there burning their MAGA hats. They're burning their MAGA memorabilia. And I told y'all this was going to happen. We're going to see in years from now, not even a few years, we'll probably see in the next 2 years how people are going to be like, oh, I was never MAGA. I never participated. I wasn't at the rallies. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing that. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to be here ready. The Stephen A. Smiths, I'm going to be here ready because he's a fool. He's out here pandering to the wayside. And I'm like, child, we got to get them out the way. We got to show them because they're going to be the ones that are going to be like, oh, I have no idea. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. I want to show you because Stephen A. Smith always talking about how do we know? How do we know? Let me tell you, just simple research. If he would have simply researched that Julie Brown had did the work and the reason that Jeffrey Epstein was able to be tried again through her hard work, then he would know that during the Biden administration, Ghislaine Maxwell was actively being charged. She appealed, so they can't release something during an open case, but he's too dumb and dense. I told you, these intellectually dumb people hop up out the woodwork doing their big one, here, let me spread misinformation. And he's too old. I keep telling y'all that. He's way too old. He has a daughter with more sense than him. Child, oh my goodness. And this is why I'm getting rid of all the mods. All the mods gotta go. So let's get into this new clip of the people. This man did a little bit of digging and look what he found. Please get the likes up.
This will make you truly sick. Trump has paid out millions in settlements over sexual abuse accusations. This is just 5 cases I wanted to mention to you. You probably didn't know from the 90s, so who knows how many happened in the 2000s. But here is one. Michael Parker, a 10-year-old, Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach in 92. Trump paid his parents $3 million in settlement. Callie Foyer, 12-year-old, $1 million settlement paid in 89 allegations of forced intercourse in Trump Tower, New York City. Charles Bacon, 11 years old, $3 million 94 Trump Tower, New York City. Rebecca Conway, 13 years old, claimed intercourse with Trump Vineyard Estates, Charlottesville, VA, 2012, 5 million settlement. Maria Oliveira, 12 years old, her family was paid 16 million to settle allegations for forcibly intercourse occurring in Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida in 93. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is insane. This is the American president. And it's like these kind of people should be in prison a long time ago and not allowed to settle any of these cases. I mean, this is criminal. This is not even like I don't know, some kind of misunderstanding in business. I mean, let me know what you think in the comments, share this. And if you want to support me, check out links in bio for Venmo, PayPal, since I got demonetized.
And those were all kids. Those were all kids. And it was boys and girls. It was boys and girls. It was boys and girls. And these are the type of people who literally defend this. Look at them.
From doing this. Brilliant and scary.
I'm for transparency.
That is not working. We need it to work. It says former Lieutenant Governor of New York, Betsy McConney, vouches for Trump in retaliation to the Jeffrey Epstein files. She says she knows.
I think all the files should be released, but let me be clear. I know from personal experience that Donald Trump has never had a taste for inappropriately young girls. In the 1990s, when I was lieutenant governor, Donald Trump and I double dated. I was dating my future husband, Wilbur Ross. He was dating his future wife, Marla Maples. We called her Peaches. We would go to the fights in Atlantic City. We would go out to nightclubs, plenty of hot spots. And I never saw Donald Trump behave inappropriately with anybody young like that. So I think that all of those records should be just released. Everybody wants that. His base wants it.
Which leads
with older people.
And I want to play this again because clearly she doesn't know her homeboy. Because why did he pay out these millions in settlement money? Millions. This is just in the late 80s, early 90s. We're not even getting into the women that got their monies. We're talking about the children.
This will make you truly sick. Trump has paid out millions in settlements over sexual abuse accusations. This is just 5 cases I wanted to mention to you. You probably didn't know from the 90s. So who knows how many happened in the 2000s. But here is one. Michael Parker, a 10-year-old, Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach in 92. Trump paid his parents $3 million in settlement. Kelly Foyer, 12-year-old, $1 million settlement paid in 89 allegations of forced intercourse in Trump Tower, New York City. Charles Bacon, 11 years old, $3 million, 94 Trump Tower, New York City. Rebecca Conway, 13 years old, claimed intercourse with Trump Vineyard Estates, Charlottesville, VA, 2012, 5 million settlement. Maria Oliveira, 12 years old, her family was paid 16 million to settle allegations for forcibly intercourse occurring in Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida in 93. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is insane. This is the American president. And it's like these kind of people.
So when you have the former lieutenant governor talking about I don't think he was, girl, shut up. You have no idea who you're talking about. That man definitely was paying out these millions, and you could go look it up. It's free. Have one of these legal eagles that be up here all day reading the cases. Look it up because he paid millions. And that's between 89 and 94. Mind you, he was so big on speaking about the Central Park 5 and claiming that they were Me Tooers, which was false. New York had to pay them. So again, I sit up here and I look and I'm just like, child, I have no problem with Chris Cuomo coming out and stating that Megyn Kelly defending Epstein and all that is just a way for her saying the 5, it's not like the girls were 5, they were 15. It's just a soft blow so that people can get in the mindset, well, they were already in puberty, they were pubescent. It's not like they don't understand and make it the responsibility of the 15-year-old when these are grown men. These are grown men. Predators. Predators. Megyn Kelly, who has a young teenage daughter. Maybe she's prepping her for some old man to come and do God knows what to her, because clearly she said it's not that bad. It's not like they're 5. And it's sick. I showed y'all the face of it, but don't worry, we got more. They always make excuses, and then you have Stephen A. Smith talking about some Megyn Kelly isn't grifting. What are you talking about? Megyn Kelly had a whole different platform before she started to do this MAGA grift. It is a political grift. She was demonized by the Donald Trump, our president, and then all of a sudden she bought into it because she's a weak white woman. It is what it is. A lot of people are weak. They're out here taking the AIPAC money. They're out here doing the bidding, and then they're going to be sitting up here saying, well, I just got it wrong. No, you didn't get it wrong. You chose money. You chose the conservative grift over morality. And these are the people who are parents, by the way. Parents to young children. But don't worry, there's more.
One thing for sure, I can tell you who's not on Epstein's list. Nobody black, no immigrants, no trans. There's no diversity in this pedophile ring. No DEI. This is a game for rich, old white dudes. The largest demographic in America, the number one registered sex offenders in America, registered sex offenders, are middle-aged white dudes. This is their game. And if you let this stuff slide, you have a favorite pedophile. That's the game you're playing. I don't care who did what. I don't care if I like their music, their politics. I don't care if I like their movies. If you did this, to me, you're a pedophile and you suffer the consequences of the law. Because unlike a lot of people, like Megyn Kelly, or like all of these people who are excusing this, I ain't got a favorite pedophile. That's not a game I'm willing to pay. That's going to be on Netflix soon. My favorite pedophile.
I didn't agree with everything he said because there are some immigrants on that list, but they were white, male. It's a mess.
Now he's gay? You clowns are unreal. You don't believe Trump is gay? Let me introduce you to the first gay president of the United States of America. Deep Throat Donnie.
Look at the muscles in this guy. Excuse me. Could you stand up? Black men. I love black men. I love them. I love them. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman. Man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. I'm blowing out my left arm. Now I'm going to blow out my right arm, and I'm blowing out my damn throat, too. But Arnold Palmer was all man, and I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women. But this guy, this is a guy that was all man. But when he took showers with the other pros, they came out of there, they said, oh my God. That's unbelievable. Big, strong, powerful guys. Big, strong, beautiful guys. Beautiful guys. They're West Virginia, big, strong guys. I walk in like this, and I was bending over like this. I don't kiss men, but I kiss him.
That is funny. Ever since those emails came out, baby, the girls have been scrambling. The girls have been scrambling so hard. Like, it is crazy. Listen, it doesn't matter what is being said. They love it. They love it. Look at who was around. You got J.D. Vance, who's been considered questionable behavior. They love their men to be questionable. Let's get into it. They love predatory white men. Look at the people fawning for a predatory white man. This is why they're not asking for the Epstein files. They love predatory, rich, white men. They love them. They love when they harm the children. They don't care. They applaud it. Let me show you. Because I keep telling you, it's in their nature. It's in the DNA. Only a handful of them have some type of morality. The rest are just fall by the wayside. They always want to talk about Diddy, but Diddy wasn't out here. Diddy is not on the list for any of this. That's all they want to talk about. Talk about Diddy, talk about Diddy. Diddy's in prison. Diddy's in prison. Look at all these. Don't worry. I have proof because people love to see the proof.
I regretfully had a sexual incident with a female high school senior in the church.
He tells the world that it had occurred.
Look at them standing up.
And everybody stands and they give him a standing ovation. A jury in New York has found that Trump sexually abused and defamed E. Jean Carroll and awarded her $5 million in damages.
Look at
It may
that.
seem surprising that a self-professed moral majority would end up supporting a candidate who has bragged about assaulting women. But if you look inside their own communities, you can see how for decades they have propped up men who have abused power and have excused all kinds of harm, all kinds of abuses for the sake of that power. The ends justifies the means.
That will fight even harder for Christians with 4 more years in the White House. I get in there, you're going to be using that power at a level that you've never used it before.
We wake up tomorrow in a Christian nation. Will women have the right to vote tomorrow if you wave that magic Christian wand?
No.
Macho power is not what Jesus calls for. Jesus himself did not operate in that way. Jesus was gentle. He was humble, particularly in his relationship with women. And that way he told us men what we are to be like.
And I think what we have to grapple with again is that the reality that those of us who are raising our voices are not calling for a departure from Christ, but rather a return to who Christ really is.
For our daughters, child, that ain't changing nothing. Baby, they are trying to repeal women's rights. They want to repeal civil rights. They want to take it back to the 1950s. And I'm just like, so that's when you could be gay, closeted and gay. That's when you could harm children. And nobody had to say anything. Everybody just had to be cute and mute. And this is why I say, this thing is a cancer within itself. Because look at the people. We have Elon Musk's daddy out here speaking about apartheid. And then we're going to get into the hip hop girlies. And they think we're the problem. But really it's them.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country,
Yes.
so there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people
No.
for decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work. We fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression. That's feeding them.
And that's Elon's daddy. Where do you think he learned it from? He learned it from him, the man who married his stepsister. Again, predatory men with money. Y'all love it. And when I say y'all know who I'm talking about. Anybody who defends that, they love it. But what do I know? It is what it is. Child, anyways, let's get into JT. No, we're gonna talk about Cardi B first. So Cardi B came out. She's been working. She's been out here doing promo. She told y'all when she drops her baby. We don't know if it's a son or daughter. We don't know what day she had the baby. But my thinking, I think she had the baby November 3rd. I think she had the baby November 3rd because she was out there packed, out there just loving on Stefan. I think she had that baby later that night because she kind of went inactive. We didn't see her. We just saw the kids. So congratulations to her for giving birth. Yes, please hit the like button, please. And thank you. Fast forward, she's out. People are feeling some type of way because she's out actively working and she just had her baby. This is not baby number 1. This is baby number 4. This is not baby number 1. This is baby number 4. I know that sounds harsh, but she said she's done this already. She knows what she's doing. She understands her body. She's listened to her body. I definitely believe her because she's in a groove where she's working hard. She said this is the time she's giving back to herself. And this is how it looks. Look. I don't like to penalize mothers, even though I was hard on Flo Milli. Flo Milli, this was her first time being a mother. This was not her second baby. This was her first baby. And she was already on the stage. Again, TMZ knows when Cardi gave birth, and did not report it. They allowed her to pop out and she said, thank you for keeping the secret with me. I think that's dope. That shows what type of businesswoman she is. That shows that, hey, you can talk about me any other time, but let me just have this one thing. And this is why I say relationships are so important. Now, a lot of people were harping on Off the Cheat having some alleged woman pregnant. We do not give a damn because Offset is broke. Offset is broke. He's so broke, he's actively out here begging for Cardi B's attention. And she said he's back on drugs, which I believe. And she said, and everybody thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. And I don't, because we know that when women decide to leave men who could no longer use them and you're no longer a benefit to them, they will harm you. How do we know JT's homegirl was taken out? She was a whole influencer who was unalived, and the man is saying it's self-defense. But the woman documented that she was in a domestic violence situation. And y'all know I was very hard on JT about that. This is your homegirl. You didn't provide no type of support. But you talking about people shouldn't be laughing because domestic violence isn't funny. But you had nothing to say when your man was out here beating up on his ex-girlfriend and rolling up on her while she was actively pregnant. And he's abusive to your bandmate. You have to call things out for what it is. I told y'all I'm not a stan of nobody. I don't pick a side when it comes to stan culture because I'm not delusional. I'm not a child. I'm not standing anybody. For what? These billionaires are not doing anything for y'all. Unless they're doing something for the community, unless they're giving back in a way that makes me go, oh my goodness, yes, and overlook their transgressions. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We talk about the good and the bad. So again, do I think it's okay for a married woman to have a baby with a single man? Absolutely not. But what happens when this man you're married to doesn't want to get a divorce? He saw Cardi was big and pregnant and he did not want the divorce. You know why? Because he has to stay tethered to Cardi B. Just like I told y'all that Nicki Minaj has to stay tethered to Cardi B. It's no longer just Cardi B needs to be, because we seen when Cardi popped out with Am I the Drama, we saw all the hoes breaking their neck to act like they were so unbothered, but they were heavily bothered. Very weird, very strange. This is why I say, you wishing karma on somebody is never going to come. That's why you should eat your food, do your work, and show that you have growth. Because you looking at the next whole plate, checking their pockets, checking what they doing, is keeping you stagnant. It's keeping you stuck in the same spot. This is why Off the Cheat can't move on. He had a whole new album come out where he's sending shots at Cardi B, sending shots at Stefan Diggs, and it did nothing for him. It did nothing for him. It did nothing for him. If you've been here longer than a day, you know we've been on Belcanana, and I said that man don't like you. I said it from the start. There's no way you could be big and pregnant with the first child, and he's outside with the hoes. That was the first sign of he didn't like her. And I feel like some spell work was done on her because she was in some type of weird trance. But then she moved on, had a whole new baby, and he's trolling talking about the new baby is his. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This is why I say you got to look at people and say they are mentally unsound. They are sick in the head. And y'all don't like Cardi, so y'all not going to agree because Off the Cheat is a black man. But let me tell you something. He was loving on Belcanana when she was out here disrespecting black women, disrespecting black kids, trying to fight black women and all these other things. He was over there loving it. You know why? Because she was the bank. I told y'all these men could be gold diggers too. These men could be gold diggers too, child. It is crazy. It is crazy. The only billionaire I'm rooting for is Mackenzie Scott. Ooh, not Mackenzie. She doesn't want the babies B-Day out there because of witchcraft, and that is truthful. We know that. We already talked about that because y'all remember when she said the girls is out here hoping I have a stillborn. I said that's deep. You got to protect. You have to protect what's yours, and that's why Off the Cheat is out here looking crazy. He out here messing with that girl who's doing weak ass voodoo, who was out here getting pregnant by him. Just a weirdo. Women bounce back easier after each birth if the mother is healthy. Yup. She looks great. She really do. Hey, y'all. What's going on? What is going on? Right? 2 albums within 6 months talking about Cardi is obsessed. And I keep telling people that you don't have to like Cardi B to see that. I'm not some like, oh my God, I'm a fan. But let's call it spade a spade. That lady is not bothering that man. She finally stopped crashing out on the internet and he don't know what to do. That's his fault. He let the purse strings go. I saw a man on his wedding day get gifted right before he's supposed to walk down the aisle access to the Amex, and they were like, not you an authorized signer, and it was going up for it. And I said, these men are gold diggers too. These men are gold diggers too. It is so crazy to me. And these women, they be trying to act like they don't see that these men are using them for their wealth, being energy vampires to them, out here siphoning off everything. That's why she was crying 360 days out of the year, because she was over there with that demon. Y'all act like just because somebody is good 1 year and then demons the rest, that 1 year should just solidify the entire time. No, that man actively did not like that lady. She literally got put on what is that called? She got in trouble with the court. She had to go to court behind him. She was being sued. She was fighting with hoes about him, and he still couldn't, for the life of him, be a good man to her because he didn't want her. And now that she's with somebody else, he's mad. And he don't even know what that situation is like. It's crazy to me. He said it wasn't his, then turn around playing around saying the baby is his is insane. Quickest way to lose a man is to do for a man. That was Cardi's first mistake. Yeah, she bought him out of his, he's ungrateful. There's a lot of things we could say about her, but she did right by that man. So I don't care. I don't care. And a lot of y'all are like, she just had a baby. So y'all act like y'all are raising the baby. I can see if this hoe was out here crying about food stamps. She's not. She's working. And somebody got mad at me in Coffee City's comments talking about you lying on Off the Cheat. I'm not lying on Off the Cheat. He went to prison when the Migos first popped off because he refused to pay child support for his already here kids. He didn't want to do right. The baby mama said if it wasn't for Cardi B stepping up, he wasn't going to do it. Like, what? You could tell she took responsibility for the things that she allowed, and she's moving on. She's doing what she's supposed to do. I don't know why people be so upset. I really don't. Just like Pap is with Clarissa, shaking my head. They want a soft life like the women. Ooh. His kids ain't been on a PJ since she left Off the Cheat. Yup. It says, I went to the ER fully dilated and I didn't know it. I was in pain. The nurses checked me immediately and did a code red. I didn't have to fill out paperwork. Candy, see, you had some good nurses, baby. Because I'm telling you, I would own the hospital. Stefan worse than off the cheat, sadly. How do y'all know that? How do y'all know that? How is he worse than off the cheat? Y'all act like she was not on the same yacht when the girls was grabbing him by the neck. She didn't care. Sometimes we got to step back and just say, you know what? We don't know what's going on. He's happy. I think that's what pisses people off. She does not care. She said she's focused on herself. She said she found out that was pregnant. She was like, what do you want to do? He said he wanted to keep the baby. And I think that pissed people off. She was having fun. I think we need to stop equating sex with love. That's not the reality. That's not the grown-up thing to do. Unless she comes out here and cries about Stefan. She has not cried about Stefan at all. She literally said, I'm pregnant. This man is hyped up about her being pregnant. And honestly and truly, all his baby mamas are taken care of. He just had to make sure Lord Giselle's daughter was his because she got 4 different baby daddies. And she's talking about she wants to have another because she knows that that she didn't produce no son. He probably was looking to have a son. Who knows? I mean, I don't care. I'm not babysitting the kids. I'm not feeding them kids. I'm not putting diapers on them. I'm not doing any of that. She could have a man like Pusha T. Let's get into Pusha T before we get into JT real quick. She could have a man like Pusha T. Let me read it. Virginia's own. Y'all think because Pusha is one of hip-hop royalties. This is his wife, by the way. Beautiful woman. Shout out to Virginia. Y'all act like this is okay. Pusha T, King Push, this is what he said. All things considered, ... red heart, 2 blue hearts. Nigel, you ask and you shall receive. But this time it was mommy who made it happen. She prayed day and night, struggled with disappointments, but she never gave up on your wishes. You're going to owe her big time. New responsibility, new standards, and new expectations all come with being a big brother. I hope you're ready. It's time to share them toys, teach her gifts, and love on your new best friend that mommy gave you. You're going to love it. Just look at your daddy and Uncle Mookie. What's better than that? At Gina, baby Jeannie, which is his wife. Let's get into it, cause y'all love to be like, oh, Stefan is. I don't know. This woman is not what a baby daddy. This is her husband. His love letter of telling the world they're having a second child to the world. Let's get into it. Just tell me if it's loving. Say yes if you agree. Say no if you disagree. Thank you for my second baby boy. I hope you carry on with the tradition and never teach me how to change a diaper, prep a meal, suck out a snotty nose, or anything else a supermom does. I'm going to read that for y'all one more time. Thank you for my second baby boy. I hope you carry on with the tradition and never teach me how to change a diaper, prep a meal, suck out a snotty nose, or anything else a supermom does. You make things very easy for me, and I love and appreciate you for it all. See you spring 2026, my boy. And y'all worried about Stefan? Okay. Stefan and Cardi have a legacy baby, legacy baby son. People are salty. That's all it is. That's all. No one wifey IG thoughts any. No one is wifing IG thoughts anymore. Stefan won't cost her millions in the end. Ooh. Right? She literally said she was having too much fun. Men with statuses and money want the same. Exactly. People acting too much like high schoolers. Not the high schoolers, baby. Not the high schoolers. He got all these rules for everyone, not himself. Ooh. He never liked you. I see a no. I see a no. He don't want to do ish. And he don't want to change diapers. And this is her husband. This is her husband. Can you imagine that tribute? Can you imagine if Drake made that tribute? Chomp. Yes, Stefan did sue Chris, he called him the clout chaser. He is suing him, so child, that's messy. Now I'm confused on what the yes and no was meant for. Yes, if you agree with Pusha T and his beautiful statement to his wife, or no, you disagree. I can't stand a man who wants a legacy without the work. Adonis and his mother have a very good life, okay? She don't have to work. Look, y'all can say what y'all want to say. Adonis is over there living the life. He's living the dream. He knows 5 languages. Baby, look. Y'all hate the whores, but the whores is out here doing the work. It's the good girls out here being treated like the Molly the maid. Can you imagine married to someone? They never had to change a diaper. Never change the diaper, never wipe the snotty nose. Don't cook the meals for the child. All he has to do is provide. Very conservative. But that's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. And let's not forget, he was not going to marry her until Drake put her in the song. After that, he wiped her up because she was the forever girlfriend. But what do I know? I like Drake Baby Murder. She never playing with him. Never. Oh, no. I disagree with that statement. Molly the maid. Hey, maid. I see you wear your maid outfit like you always do. Jocelyn ain't with that. Jocelyn ain't with that. The Puerto Rican princess got me working day and night. And people were mad at me because I did a reel. People were mad at me because I did a little quick, a little 60-second reel. And they were like, well, he's providing. I'm like, y'all acting like Pusha T is a billionaire. What is he doing that's so strenuous he can't change his son's diapers? So when it's time for potty training, who's going to be doing that? Her? And y'all worried about Stefan? I'll leave the baby with that man in a heartbeat. Don't call me. Not taking care of your kids is worse than hiding them from the world. I love Jocelyn Hernandez. So let's get into JT, okay? JT the rapper. JT, where my bad bitches at? So let's get into JT. Let me turn the sound down. Because, baby, the girls was not feeling this new look. So let's get into it. JT came out with this right here. She is giving Amanda Lepora. And she put meet at Culted XO. For XO's launch and first digital cover, we gave JT creative control. This is JT's creative, directed by JT. And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I mean, she looks like Amanda Lepore. And I don't know who she's trying to be. I think this is a flop for JT. The gays will love it. There's nothing wrong with the gays loving it. I just don't think this is authentically JT. Now, if this was like Doechii or Azalea Banks, I would believe it. Because that is like them coded down. Hell, even a Doja Cat. Because, again, that is them. I see that. I'm not getting the aesthetic. I don't know what this is about. It's not given this is her authentically. And it says, JT through her own lens. What happens when a city girl makes it out of the city? Since 2023, when JT dropped No Bars, her viral track that doubles as a self-confident mantra, she has become an icon in her own right, fast ascending to it girl status. JT's bold vision, unapologetic lyrics, and laid back realness have built her a cult following, and it's not hard to see why. I think these are lies, but again, from her music and her style to her artistic vision, JT knows what she wants and she gets it. That's why for Culted XO's first digital cover, we gave JT full control, her vibe, her vision, JT by JT. The story is F how people view me. I always look crazy to someone, so why not give them something crazy to look at? Again, this is not her aesthetic. This is what I'm saying. The girls be missing the plot. I think JT is a beautiful girl. I do think they give a lot of the dark-skinned black women a hard time, but now's not the time to make a minstrel show of yourself. Like, it's giving very much cartoonish. It doesn't come across too creative because this is not even the real you. She said, being the creative director of the cover in short film gave me a taste of creative boss. I know I can be and will be. What? If she don't go get in that Miami water, because whose vision is this? This is not her vision. Do not stay anywhere where you're not inspired. You're not growing. She has beautiful talking points, but again, this aesthetic, this over dramatized lip and blonde hair and bimbo aesthetic, this is not you. This is not JT. This is not JT at all. You know what's JT? Let me show you a really good picture of what I feel JT is. It's not even the blonde hair, because I'm not buying the cocaine lyrics. I'm just not. What I feel is JT's aesthetic is stuff like this. This is the real JT. Can the real JT please stand up? Please stand up. But this right here, very simple, very, makeup beat. Let me scroll down even further, because I'm not feeling this new, and I'm not saying she can't have artistic control. I'm just saying it's not her. You can tell when someone is not being themselves. Let me see which one I think it is, because y'all gonna be shocked. Y'all gonna be like, I know you don't think that's her. Where my bad bitches at? I'm pretty than I'm a lover. No. Okay. I feel like things like this is giving very Miami, city girl. And it don't even have to be city girl. It's just giving baddie. It's giving baddie. Like, when I look at JT, I see things of this glamour. You do not have to be a character of someone else. It's not you. It's not giving you. You don't have to be someone else. Like, being yourself is so much. You are such a bad when you're yourself. Like, stuff like this. I can tell this is you. It looks effortlessly. You look like money. She does. She looks good. She looks like her skin is well oiled. I don't understand what this other stuff is. And she could be like, oh, I'm experimenting. You're not a fashion girl. Like, you're too little. She's too compact to be a fashion girl. Like, the dimensions aren't fitting. She wants to do avant-garde, and she doesn't have the body for that. I'm sorry. Look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. This aesthetic. I don't know who this new Amanda Lepore surgery doll aesthetic she's trying to go for. That is not her. First of all, she's not tall enough for that. And then secondly, it's not given authentic. I'm sorry. And this is why it's a flop. This is why it's a flop. She needs a tailor. She do. If she has to be someone, why not Foxy Brown 2.0? That was back when she was with Young Miami. And Comfortable. She's a pot-belly diva with jokes. Aw, look at you. Yes. I love when she did the blonde eyebrows. She needs a better hairstylist, too. She's been having too many hair flops lately, too. Ooh. JT thinks she's Nikki. I hope she don't start overdoing her lips. JT's lips look just like that, but they don't look like that. Her lips are not that. No, they don't. She should have conveyed it better. It's giving humiliation ritual to me. She's so pretty, so without makeup. Yes, she is. Not Adonis should thank Pusha. Pusha was mad. Pusha was mad that Adonis was getting a Nike deal. So he ruined it. I mean, it is what it is. Those are the facts. How does this help her music? I really don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why it's a flop to me. That's why it's a flop to me. I think JT is a great rapper. I don't get the cocaine music because, like, what? Even though people say she plays in her nose, I just don't get the cocaine music. I'm not understanding the trajectory. I just feel like she needs to take it down to her roots, like back where she came from, because all these new sounds, I'm like, okay, do we have to just throw away who we were? We have to build up that core audience. And she's talking about she's a icon and a powerhouse. And I'm like, I don't see that. I think JT is trying to get rid of the hood rich image with the alternative stuff. So she goes full on cocaine music? Like, I don't know. I think JT is, oh, I saw that. She doesn't look anything like that. The mods are disrespectful. The people trolling is fine. Look, we don't have mods. I will time them out. Somebody calling me fat doesn't hurt my feelings because I'm not fat. You know, I wish I could see the profile picture of this person. These are not real people. I told y'all, when we talk about certain individuals, here they come. The troll babies come from certain individuals. It never fails. Just block them so you don't have to see them. I never saw JT as good. Just a Miami get money chick. Ooh, they love you. Not Miami. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Listen. Yes, it's troll babies. These are trolls. We never see these trolls. I don't see these trolls down at the banks. I don't see them at galas. I don't see them nowhere. They hop out the word. And I didn't even say the person's name. That's how I know. I know where they're coming from because we ran a certain person's IP and it was linked to a channel. This is why I say, I want to say the hard truth. To the content creators who want to know where their trolls are coming from, get somebody that can be on it that's into cyber, dealing with cyber security, cyber crimes, and it will show you where it's coming from. I'm just telling you. And these are just paid for trolls. If they want to spend their money trolling me, all it's doing is hurting them. They had to waste the money. They had to waste the money. I don't care about the trolls. The trolls are broke. That's why they're over here, because they were paid to be here. Can you imagine, you know, on your free time, on your good Sunday fun day, you trolling a chat that you care nothing about? No, because y'all not dumb. I told y'all before, like, is you stupid or is you slow? And if you slow, just say that. I meant that 100%. These trolls are tied to certain accounts. It costs just a little bit of money to do a little research. Y'all find out. So when y'all have trolls in your chat, that is coming from somebody paying for the trolls to be there. And it's usually somebody because you said something in opposition of one of their faves. They're down bad. These are brokies. Let them do their job. Let them troll with their broke asses. Doesn't hurt my feelings. They keep saying the same thing over and over because they're programmed to do that. Do you think JT and Young Miami will ever get back together? No, because Young Miami has already told us that JT did the most egregious things ever, and then she took it to the internet. I keep telling y'all, a lot of people don't like Young Miami, but Young Miami was telling the truth about that JT City Girl situation. 100%. 100%. JT feels like because she was in prison, like she didn't get all the stardom she needed, or she felt like she was just stagnant. Like, if y'all go watch that Breakfast Club interview, it was very telling. JT literally told y'all, like, well, I don't like to do things in the morning because they have to do all their meetings and stuff in the morning. And then Young Miami slipped up and said they tell her stuff and then go and tell her something different. Everything about that was just off, right? And then she sat down with not Angela Yee, but Angie Martinez, talking about some, I don't have to go as hard because I don't have no kids. I told y'all then she was just riding off the coattails of Young Miami because Young Miami was easier to get along with. She was out here doing all the networking. She was out here making sure that they was establishing the deals. And when she came to JT with stuff, JT would say no because she was over there with that man. I told y'all, when she let Lil Uzi disrespect Young Miami on that live, I knew then. I said, y'all, JT is just one of these girls. But she's not taking it serious. I love Young Miami. In my opinion, I feel she wanted to be in the group and JT didn't want it. That's exactly what happened. Because she kept saying they were holding meetings with JT without her. Listen, that Aquarius is very business minded. When she told y'all she just didn't want a Birkin bag, she wanted to be the mogul. They had an issue with that. Diddy is a lot of things, but when it came to Young Miami, he had to toe the line because she saw, listen, you got this money, I want this money, and I want my own. And he had to cut the check. And that's what made them other girls mad. Because let's be very clear, we ain't heard Cassie come out and talk in the midst of the DV month, nothing. She hasn't said anything. She hasn't did a little promo, nothing. She just occasionally comes out of here, but she's still tied to the modeling industry. Why would you, a woman who overcame so much, still associate yourself with predatory things? Make that make sense. Still associated with the modeling agency, and she got her husband into it too. Child, the jokes write themselves. Y'all can be fooled all you want. I'm not mad she got her money. I'm just not buying into everything that they say because let me tell you something. She was over there looking like you gave this whole my dreams. And she wasn't the only one. Gina was over there too. That's why Gina's out there saying, Diddy, 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 Diddy. JT is the female Offset. Just realized it. Oh my God. I noticed their relationship was different after Uzi was yelling at Young Miami, telling her he was acting crazy. He was being very disrespectful. And JT just sat there cute and mute. She might be getting knocked between the washer and dryer herself. We don't know. JT sat there like a puppy. Cassie did a campaign with Saucy. You see? The jokes write themselves. Miami did the work. And also JT was jealous of Miami come up with Diddy. Diddy got her in certain rooms. They were so mad that Carisha held the line. Carisha said, if you ain't got it, find it. That's why you listen. I don't believe there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. I just don't believe in that. But I'm also not an anti-capitalist. I'm not. But I also believe in you gotta fight. You gotta put people in their place. Because people feel like because they got money or certain types, well, it's definitely because they got money and they're in positions of power that they're God. Baby, you're not God. I don't believe in just being cute and mute and just, because no, I've never been like that. I said, those are the hard truths. When you are faced with adversity and somebody is presenting you with money, you have to ask yourself, are they presenting you with money because they really genuinely care? Or are they trying to step on your morality and check your temperature to see where you stand at? Because a lot of these hoes is weak under pressure. And when I say hoes, I'm talking about these men too. That's why a lot of these men are out here actively talking about who's gay, who's not, and they mad because the trade and the girls and the dolls are out here calling them out. I say continue to do that because we will not get peace until men start doing the work. And we're not talking about the male-identified women. That's another topic for another day. But we live in a patriarchal society. So until they start doing the work, you should never be out here being a pick-me for them. Never. JT is a pick-me for the men. If Uzi told her to jump, she would say, how high, King? That's just the truth. Let's be very clear. Cardi's a pick-me for a man too, but she got smart. I'm not doing it on my own dime. At least she knows to get somebody with some. A lot of the girls don't even know to do that. They just think, oh, just a heartbeat and a penis is all you need. And let's be very clear. A lot of these men are jealous. They want to be us. So they do everything to undermine us. They hate us. It's vagina envy. It's womb envy. And once you understand that, you can look at the world how it is. That's why I say I don't stand nobody. Because you'll stand them and they'll do some pick-me, male-centered-ish, and you'll be like, hold up, ho, what is this? And then have the audacity to tell you, have a smart day. Please. Please. Please, you go be smart. I'm just telling you. But those are just my thoughts, y'all. I hope JT comes out with some fire music. I hope she gets back to her roots. And if she don't, she'll find out the hard way. And it's unfortunate because the window of opportunity is there. The resources are there. I just want her to find her sound and stick to it. Because I don't know who JT is by herself. I still don't know. We heard City Cinderella, and to go from City Cinderella to this new track, I'm like, it's night and day. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's given, we just throwing some stuff at the wall and seeing if it sticks. And I hate that for her because she is talented. It takes talent to do some of the things she's able to do. It's just not translating well. I don't believe this new aesthetic is her creativity. I don't believe that at all. But y'all gotta get somebody else to convince me. She don't know who she is either. Not JT's coming. JT's coming. And that was, I told y'all, that album was trash. She was rapping, but that album was trash. I said that. And a lot of people didn't like that because they were like, you're just so used to this other. Child, y'all wasn't fucking with that music. Y'all, it was not good. It was not good. I don't care if she talks about being in the system until she's blue in the face. If you can't put that over a hot track and construct an album that's good from start to finish, it is not good. There are plenty of albums that people said were not good that were great bodies of work. Queen by Nicki Minaj was a great body of work. It was surrounded by drama, so people will never give it its things. People are now coming back to it because they didn't really like Pink Friday 2 like that. So they're listening to it and they're like, you know what? Queen was her most lyrical album. The girls got to go in the lab. If you don't know how to write a hit, that's what you need a team for. Because I do expect after a certain time, you're not always going to have something good to say. That's what you have a creative of writers for. So you can articulate, like Miguel said. I did watch that interview. I like Miguel. He said in that interview with Shay Shay, he said, look, Beyonce came to me, said, this is where I'm at in my life. This is what I want to start portraying. And he said, don't worry. And he came up with, let me sit this ass on you. Let me show you how I feel. Let me take this off. And I said, oh, that was you, but okay, because that is sexy. That is sexy. Sometimes you have to come to the person and be like, look, I want to translate it like this. And then y'all come together. The problem with the rappers are they're like, I write my lyrics. Okay, but it's trash. It's trash because I'm not understanding what you're trying to convey. Because you cannot tell me that Cocaine track she just released is just, oh my God, it's so amazing. The literary embodiment she put in there, it don't even sound like her. I said, who is this? And I started laughing and I went to next. I love the Queen album. It was really good. I like LLC, I like Hard White. I like Rich Sex. Yeah. It's a no for me, dog. Not the Randy. Not Randy, baby. Randy was child ruthless. I just think we need to go back into why did we get into music and then make the music you want to make. If y'all in these slave contracts, you might as well do what you want to do. That's how I feel about it, but that's just me. That's just me. But what are your thoughts on this, Space Squad? What are your opinions? I did listen to Summer Walker's album. I like it. I don't like all the songs. There's a few songs I have not played, and it could be me. I did not play the song with Sailor. I just felt so, I don't know. I haven't played the Teddy Swim song yet. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. Right? You know. Because I'm like, But I do understand her creative process. I liked how she rolled it out. We're going to talk about that in the next live. I just enjoy that she makes R&B music. And I loved her thoughts on how the music industry makes them keep the tracks very short. But yes, I love Summer's album. I love Baller and Go Girl. Go Girl. Go Girl. But yes, that's all I have for y'all. So comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.